And welcome back. And this is Alex's third podcast, and he finished 90 days. And I'm so excited for you. Excuse me, Alex, how much weight did you lose total?
30 pounds.
Woo!
Yeah.
And how are you feeling physically?
I feel really good. Yeah, I've added more like kind of intensive exercise like I used to do. So I've been at the beginning I was like only hiking like maybe once a week, and I noticed my weight kind of like spiked a little bit, but now I've been going like maybe everywhere I am, I try to find like a mountain or something and going like 10 miles a day or a lot, and I feel like great. So yeah.
Migraines. Did you have, I know we went into some of the health issues your first podcast. Was it like any digestive issues or any joint pain, or was it anything else besides the
Definitely
migraine?
joint pain. No, I actually started getting digestive issues when I started the diet, but then it like resolved itself after a month. And migraines I've been getting way less of. I still get them, but I can almost always attribute it to like allergies. So there hasn't been a time where I've eaten something and like immediately I got a migraine. So I sort of, yeah, I noticed that.
Awesome. And what about your mental, emotional well-being? Is it any better? I know that when I eat better, I feel better.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like pretty clear-headed. I'm like a very anxious person, and I started like taking Lexapro a year ago because I was like so freaked out about traveling within the pandemic. I'm still on that, but I've just noticed that I'm like way calmer and maybe more pleasant to be around when I'm traveling a lot. Like even my wife, we were in Burlington last week, and she was like, "Well, you seem like a different person. Like, you don't like stress about like planes not taking off or all the like the normal like things. I just kind of uh am more in like a zen state all the time. So um I'm still gonna stay on my medicine probably for another year just to like see, and then maybe I'll take a few months off, or so I don't know. I'll talk to my doctor about that, but I have like contemplated like I wonder what would happen if I didn't take this anymore. Mhm. Yeah, definitely. So
Awesome.
and therapy, eating, and medicine, it really does help.
Exactly. And any other benefits that you notice?
um, I don't know. I think just like my overall like thinking about food as like more fuel for my body, and just like what do I actually need and what do I want. Um, I think it makes a massive difference even when I'm eating out with friends or breaking the rules of the diet, because I'm just a little more aware of like what happens when you eat bad things, or just like I don't know. I think it's more of like a mindset of like, yeah, maybe I'm not going to entirely only eat foods on the list or whatever, but I just know my triggers, and I know like that I need to get up every day and work and do stuff. And so does that make sense?
Food as more fuel, and then identifying your triggers. So, what are the consequences if you gave in to your triggers that you're noticing now?
um Definitely feel like a little bloated in the morning, especially if I eat like carbs, or if I eat later at night, which is something I always used to do. So I just sort of like instill a rule that's like sort of a cutoff time. I was drinking when we were like, traveling, like, I don't know, occasionally like 5, 6 beers a night. And that was like, obviously the calorie intake is not good, but just like, I think like when you drink a lot or you do like whatever, you don't realize how fog brained you are until you stop. So that
Totally.
like waking up in the morning and feeling like good. And now it's like, okay, maybe I'll have 2 beers, but everything has sort of like shifted to a more, um, I don't know, like less is more philosophy or something. And then just like, I used to always be like, if there was like fried chicken on a menu, I'd be like, I have to get this. And like now, like it's not worth the, feeling horrible for the next 3 hours kind of thing. So yeah.
You notice the bad food, how it impacts you more. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I had an acai bowl the other day and right away I felt awful, like immediately. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I used to eat these all the time. So it's so interesting. Like when your body's clean, you notice it versus if you're just feeling like crap all the time. You just feel like crap all the time. You don't even notice. So people don't even realize how bad they're actually feeling.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest like thing is now I'm like switched the restaurants I try to find too. So it became like a game. Like the last time I traveled with my friend CJ, and she like and I like love horrible food. And we went on a tender bender, and we like ate like the worst like chicken tenders in every city for like 3 weeks. And then this time we've been like finding like health food places and vegan places to go. And it's like it's the same like it's the same excitement of like being in a new place and trying to find something. It's just that we've switched like our game to like, so it's been, yeah, I realize it's like it's just as fun that you just have to like look harder sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. I have one of my friends. She is like super fit, so she doesn't need Jenny. Stop, Jenny. Sorry, my dog is like licks her paws until they are like beet red. That's why I thought you thought I was trying to talk to you before, but I had the mute on because I'm like yelling at her. You'd better stop it. No. Isn't that great for the podcast? Come here, baby. So she's super fit, so she doesn't need to be on the program for diet or anything, but to lose weight. But she's really sensitive and has all these sensitivities. So I love going out with her because she's like, this place is gluten-free, this place is vegan, this place doesn't have any processed food, this place has juices, this place doesn't have carbs. And it's like, yes.
Yeah. No, it's like it is like a whole different world. Like when I visit my sister in LA, she has like lupus and all these autoimmune things. So she has like her diet just like down to a science and has for years. So like out there, it's amazing because I can go and there's like, hundreds of places. But on the East Coast where I am, it's just I think it's starting to like pick up in DC and New York. And like now I was in Nashville and there was like health food places and vegan places. But it's yeah, it's definitely easier some places to like find places like that.
Exactly. And overseas, like when I was in Israel, I couldn't believe how healthy the food was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I hope to get
Yeah, Dead Sea.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm so proud of you. And I know you're gonna do another month because you said you have like 10 pounds ish, right? 13 or 10 or 11.
Yeah. And I basically lost 30 pounds in 2 months and then didn't lose any, not for I understand why I didn't lose any. And I think that was still like somewhat of a feat to see that I maintain even when traveling. So I would like to, I'm not really concerned on the time frame. Like I'm starting to feel good. So I'm, it's like if I'm carrying an extra 10 pounds, that's something I need to work on. But like I'm not as concerned as like, oh no, I don't fit my clothes. Like that has kind of gone away. So yeah, that's my goal. But hopefully I don't know. I'll get there. I sort of believe that I'll get there now.
Yay. And before, was it more like frustrated or hopeless, or how would you describe it?
Yeah, I was just like, I gained 30 pounds since I started taking Lexapro. How the fuck am I? Oh, sorry, I don't know if you're allowed to cuss on this. How am I gonna
say fuck, say everything.
Okay. How am I gonna lose 30 pounds? It felt like very daunting. And I was also like mad because I was like, should I be on this medicine? Like, is this there's all these like things like going through your head on like, what if I have to be on this and I can't lose weight? Do I just like get fat over my life or whatever? It's and now I'm like, okay, there's like a balance, to everything, and you just have to be disciplined and so I don't know. I feel yeah.
Good. And I know what that's like. I recently lost on the 15 pounds on the plan, and I'm like, oh, I get to wear this, and it's like it's way more exciting to get dressed versus like I just want to wear a tent and hope that it fits.
Yeah, that's what I felt like for a while. That's when I started getting upset. I was like, I'm gonna be like that guy that just has like a giant beer belly, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like, as much as the dad bod is in, I don't want to be that person forever.
Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, well, I love it. Well, when you do your another month, hopefully we'll do one more check-in, and just because I want you to finish exactly at your goal. But even if you don't, 30 pounds in 2 months is freaking awesome. So either way, so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being in the program. Thank you for inspiring others that they can lose weight too. And it's not that difficult. You just, like you said, you just have to be disciplined.
Mhm. Yeah, just don't break the rules and it works.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll check in with you soon.
Yeah. Bye. Very nice meeting you.
Bye.